What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Shane and welcome to another episode here on 5-Star Cars. No bullshit car discussion channel on the car community. And on today's episode we're just going to be covering the recent CNC scandal going on, and obviously just the update to what's been happening with Brooks and dragtimes as well. Before we jump into it, guys, if you're new to the channel, please do smash the subscribe button, hit the like button, but mostly get involved. Do comment below. I bring up your comments every Sundays to give you a voice, because we are a car discussion channel, guys. And if you haven't checked out my other videos, do, because I did make a video on my previous modified cars I owned, and also plans for a project car in the summer as well. I've pretty much locked it down what I want. It's just saving the money, and I will keep you updated how that goes as well. So as I said, we're going to just probably start off with the CNC madness that's been going on. If you haven't seen the video already, I would highly recommend going over to Normal Guy Supercars channel. He's the one that basically did a podcast with a guy called Shane that had his Ferrari is the one that's caught up in this thing, but it's not just him, it's other people as well. Basically, just long story short, he wanted to sell his Ferrari F430, I think it's the F1, and he went on co-assignment with CNC to sell the car for him, and obviously they get a bit out of it. Now, before I actually fully jump into this, guys, and even my US watchers, I don't know a whole lot about co-assignment. I'm presuming it's just basically you sign a contract with the dealership to take the car and sell it for you, and you give them a percentage. And from what I read, there's certain stipulations in the contract you can make before selling the car. That's my take on it. So basically what happened with this guy was, he gave him the car. They said they'd have it sold in 2 weeks. It went over 2 weeks. He asked what was going on. They were kind of saying, going back and forth. They said, oh, we've sold the car. We're going to send you a check for the car. The check never arrived. And he's been going back and forth trying to find out where his check is, what's happening. So basically what's happening is the owner of CNC looks like they're in major trouble. I think that the building is now up for sale. And, he's basically, from what I'm gathering, is this guy from the owner of CNC looks like he's been in money trouble. And what he's trying to do is the co-sign cars he's selling for people is use that money to get him out of this hole and then pay people back. So he's dragging the living shit out of it to try and get people to hold off, and till he gets the money and basically try and get his way out of it. But it hasn't worked out for him. Poor Shane has been caught in the middle of this. The guy that was buying it isn't getting the title because obviously Shane never signed off on the contract of the co-assignment for the car to be sold. Nothing the cops can do. It's just a big mess for him. Crazy story, guys. I highly recommend going over to Normal Guy Supercars channel. Link in the description below. Check it out. Just an absolute nuts of a story. Basically, the follow-on to this was, I think it was the video was yesterday. Shane gave a follow-up story. He met with the owner of CNC to try and find out what's going on. And basically, he's put the CNC owners put Shane in between a rock and a hard place. He basically said to him, look, I'm in financial trouble. If you and other people keep pushing this and putting me in bad light, what'll happen is I'm going to end up going bankrupt. I won't be able to get the sales done I want to get done. And if I go bankrupt, you lose your car, basically, which is pretty fucking shitty. I mean, that is a shitty move to put somebody in, because the owner of CNC now technically kind of has, he kind of has a lot of control over this, because one, you don't want him to go bankrupt because you lose out on your car. Two, with him the way he's playing it, you have to wait, and he basically has screwed both people over here. So now Shane's turned around and go, I have no choice but to back off until he can try and get investors to come in and take over the company and get it back on its feet so I can get my car back, or this guy can end up buying it off me. The guy can't take the car because he can't get the title. I can't get the car back because this guy has technically bought it. So the guy is stuck now. It's an absolute crazy story, guys. If you have seen it, let me know in the comments below what you think is going to happen with it, or what's happening with CNC. Supposedly the building's up for sale for like 16 million. I think I heard something like that as well. Absolute madness. I feel really bad for the guy. I mean, to do that, like, he basically said to me, like, you created this mess. Like, obviously he knew, the owner of CNC knew he was going bankrupt, or he was in serious financial trouble. he knew he pulled anybody that wanted to co-sign. He basically has put both people in peril here, because he basically knows if he goes bankrupt, those cars are under his contract and the banks or whoever have to get paid back. So crazy story, guys. I mean, I hope this guy gets his car back or gets paid, one or the other. I'll be keeping an eye on it for you, but I highly recommend go over to Normal Guy Supercars channel to check it out, and let me know in the comments below what you think of this whole story. And then next up then is just the whole drag times thing that went on. Again, guys, in fairness to Life Apollos fans, they went away and got on to McLaren, but they went to the main McLaren guest relations. They got back to like one of LOP's fans, basically saying, you know, in case of the recent drag times video featuring the Elva, one of our retailers released a pre-production car for performance testing and figuring without our knowledge. When we spoke to Drag Times about this, we didn't explain it at all well. In short, we should have handled the situation much better. Again, guys, it comes back to just McLaren being a clusterfuck with their customers. It doesn't look well in them. They are so out of touch and not realizing how much YouTube car scene and car influencers like Brooks and Drag Times have on their product. They really need to get in touch with that. Like, it's craziness this day and age, you know, that if I was the VP or like the head of a big company like that, you know, everybody watches YouTube now. Like, I mean, it's like car enthusiasts go to YouTube to find out about cars. You know, if I'm interested in getting the Audi TT, I'm going to look at the Audi TT, who's reviewed it, what are the niggles with it. You know, you're always going to watch it like that. So, I mean, it's crazy to see. And the thing was, Brooks ended up still releasing another McLaren 765 LT video for a world record. These guys need to go away and get their shit together and really apologize to him and work with him and not work against him, and actually use his platform to even like, it's just so stupid how out of touch they are, and I just think it's madness. Again, guys, let me know in the comments below what you think of this madness from McLaren. Hopefully it gets sorted out and it comes full circle and they end up giving him the Elva to review properly and he can put back up the video, because it's just not fair on him for being such a great McLaren channel as well. So yeah, guys, that's just the video for today. Again, if you watched the end, thanks a million. Please do smash the subscribe button and give the channel a chance. You know, all my regular viewers, thanks a million. Keep supporting the channel. Like squad, smash the like button. Again, guys, do comment below. Don't forget, I do bring up your comments every Sunday. And yeah, guys, until the next episode, stay safe, peace out, and keep it lit.